If I asked you guys what the weirdest movie you'd ever seen was, a lot of you would probably say something like Howard the Duck or the Star Wars Holiday Special. But let me tell you, I can say with 100% certainty that neither of those even come close to how weird this 2022 animated movie by a man named Justin Tomchuk is. This movie is free here on YouTube, and it's only 2 hours. I just watched the whole thing and a video explaining the plot, and I'm still not entirely sure what I just witnessed. This movie feels like if a Salvador Dali painting or a classic Jana G book came to life. By the way, I've already recorded the rest of this video script, but I just wanted to mention that while I was looking for Salvador Dali paintings to put here, I found this one that's almost an exact replica of an actual location from this movie. So that's pretty cool, and only makes me want to see more of this studio in the future. So I will tell you everything I was able to piece together, and why it is a masterpiece. Before I begin, whenever I say weird, I don't necessarily mean bad. Interface is an absolute work of art, and I love it with all my soul. But it is very, very weird. It centers around two characters, one being this creature who was human once but was transformed into a squid-like clown through being fused to the hull of a ship while a catastrophic extraterrestrial event was happening outside. Don't ask me how or why this event happened or where it came from, I can't remember them ever explaining it. It had a random effect on everything it consumed, but it transformed this unnamed Navy sailor into a creature named Mischief. Mischief has the ability to transform into anything he takes the life source out of, and can turn into inanimate objects at will. He also has a great sense of humor, and I laughed quite a few times at his dry humor type jokes. This event also introduced a new type of energy called cerebral electricity. This was reportedly present before the event called the Paradigm Shift, but humans weren't able to see it before. Mischief feeds on cerebral electricity. Every living thing has cerebral electricity at its core, and when that living thing dies, its cerebral electricity leaks out and floats away. Unless, of course, Mischief eats it. When he does, he is able to see the world through the thing that died's eyes, sort of like a ghostly library where he can go to learn more about other life forms. He does this to a man named Henrik's family after they get in a car accident. Question is our other protagonist. He is completely silent the entire film, never talking or showing any degree of emotion at all. He and Mischief are complete opposites and make a great buddy duo if you imagine what Henrik is thinking when Mischief is being his annoyingly quirky self. Through the Paradigm Shift, Henrik became immortal and is over 100 years old. Over time, as Mischief takes him to more locations that hold some sort of memory for Henrik, we see that he used to have a family who died years before, while Henrik is cursed to stay on the Earth forever. Through flashbacks, we see him and his daughter do mundane things together as his daughter's grown-up voice monologues about how he can't come with them in death. Henrik follows Mischief around because he has nothing else to do, I assume. As we see more and more flashbacks of his family, he develops more and more of a personality as the emotionless expression stuck on his face looks less emotionless and more sad. These scenes where we hear Henrik's daughter's voice are my favorites in the whole movie, with the voice acting mostly contributing to that. The emotion in his daughter's voice when she asks, "Should we wait for you?" It's not even clear what emotion she's saying this out of. It could be anger, sadness, or genuine curiosity. Mischief somehow finds out that Henrik's great-granddaughter, in her 30s at this point, has downloaded her consciousness into a VR program called the Interface, and it's designed to mimic the way the world was before the Paradigm Shift, and millions of people have already entered it. So to make it up to Henrik, Mischief takes him on an adventure to find where Henrik can go to download himself into this program and be with his family again. All this time, the company that made the program, Greetings Robotics, has been hunting down Mischief and Henrik to just straight up kill them. See, Joseph Greetings, the CEO of Greetings Robotics, was on the same shift that Mischief was on, but instead of transcending into a god during the Paradigm Shift, he had to watch his crewmates fuse to the hull of the ship, screaming for help, and live the trauma. So he started a tech company to eradicate any and all cerebral electricity and restore Earth to its previous state. To do this, he sent out Kami, a robot powered by cerebral electricity, to destroy all unnatural beings she finds. She has most of the same abilities as Mischief, except that instead of turning into the things she sucks the cerebral electricity out of, she just makes clones of them and controls them. And instead of waiting for these things to die, she kills them in cold blood using other cerebral electricity-powered weapons she's picked up. It's almost like using the bones of one dead soldier as weapons to destroy the rest of his army. Kami is actually largely absent from most of the film, but when she does show up, she tears stuff up. When she tracks Mischief and Henrik to a Japanese seafood restaurant, she literally kills the innocent octopus chef. I mean, I guess it's her job, but even when she could be going after Mischief and Henrik, she stops and goes out of her way to kill this octopus steak chef because he's associated with Mischief. She's ruthless, but it's kind of unclear whether she feels anything or not. She kills without mercy, obviously, but she's also powered by cerebral electricity, so I wish that was settled. In the last act of the movie, Mischief and Henrik make it to a lighthouse where Henrik's great-granddaughter's consciousness is being held. It is here where we find out that all of Henrik's family, not just his great-granddaughter, is inside the interface. Henrik touches the device holding his family's section of the interface and gets a vision in which he is confronted by Joseph Greetings and offered the chance to live with his family forever in the interface, or stay in this godforsaken world, cursed to forever stay the same. This scene is probably my favorite in the movie because we have Henrik's daughter talking about how much she misses him, we have Joseph Greetings talking about how Mischief is actually evil and doesn't care about Henrik, all while the most stunning animation and the most powerful score in the entire film played. Now is also probably a good time to say that the animation in this is stellar. It blends 2D and 80s style 3D so seamlessly that it's almost freaky. When Henrik wakes up, he goes to push the button that will send him to the interface, but that's when Mischief reminds him that
every choice you make is a sacrifice.
Upon hearing this, he decides to stay in the real world, showing that he does care about Mischief despite what he did to his family. That's when Kami shows up. She is somehow able to take Henrik's great-granddaughter out of the interface and into the real world. She then disguises herself as Henrik's granddaughter and tries to lure him in to kill him, but Mischief sees through it right away. He advances, Kami attacks, then finds out about Mischief's ability to instantly heal. Mischief destroys Kami and sucks out her cerebral electricity, thus defeating the immediate threat. But then another Greetings robot comes by to kill the three. Mischief, seeing that he has helped Henrik reunite with his family, realizes his work is done, so he stays behind and lets the robot eat him to save the others. The robot falls over into the ocean and stays there. The very last shot is Henrik and his great-granddaughter sitting in a diner together, finally free. Anyway, I hope this has convinced you to give this movie a try. The studio's name is Umami, and I hear they'll be doing more like this in the future. I, for one, am excited, because if we can keep getting high-quality art like this packaged right here for free on YouTube, I will be extremely happy to watch them. Also, I have loads more content here on my channel, but I want to make it clear that I will not be doing any more of the kind of thing I did before my MCU Phase 4 ranking. The Phase 4 ranking was the beginning of a new era for my channel. I'm now only doing movie and TV show analyses, so if you're into that sort of thing, then subscribe.